Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me for this Truth Talk video. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the Beatles' connection to Aleister Crowley and the OTO. Let's get right into it. The Beatles are one of the most legendary rock groups in music history, selling over 600 million records worldwide, and eventually being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Beatles are the most famous rock band to ever exist. As we have seen time and time again on this channel, the superstars the masses have come to love so much have been created by the Freemasons to push Masonic values to the world. The Beatles, just like most of the other celebrities, show clear signs that they were created by the Masons. We can see the Beatles time and time again showing their Masonic alliance. There's a photo of the Beatles where we can see two of the members throwing up known Masonic hand gestures. We can see one of the members throwing up the 666 hand gesture, while the other member is throwing up the Masonic horns. This isn't the only photo where they're showing their Masonic alliance. In another one of their photos, we can see again two of the members secretly announcing their Masonic membership. We can see two of the members doing the Masonic hidden hand. It is no surprise to me that the biggest rock bands to ever exist were created by the Freemasons. I believe the Beatles were a group of occultists who practiced dark magic and were followers of Crowley's OTO. We have spoken about Aleister Crowley countless times on this channel. I even did a full video on him. Crowley stated that his long life mission was to bring the new order of the Aeon, essentially bring in the new world that would allow Lucifer to openly rule. I believe Crowley's work lived on through the Beatles' music. The Beatles secretly show the world that they are students of Crowley's dark craft when they hid Crowley in the album cover for their Sgt. Pepper album. This, in my opinion, was the band showing who inspired their wild, liberating music. The Beatles themselves admitted that they were a product of Crowley and the OTO. It is well known that the Beatles were referring to Crowley when they mentioned the name Sgt. Pepper. What I found interesting was the lyrics to the opening song on Sgt. Pepper, as the Beatles reveal some very interesting information. In the song, the Beatles claim that Sgt. Pepper showed them how to play 20 years ago from the day of the release of that album. It just so happened that Crowley had passed just 20 years before that album would be released. See, the band's entire image was inspired by Crowley's message of do what thou wilt and love and will. Crowley stated that do what thou wilt will be the order of the ages. And John Lennon, one of the most famous members of the group, admitted that this was their very plan since the beginning, pushing the do what thou wilt agenda. There's an interview that was done by Playboy magazine in the 1980s where John Lennon admits to the Beatles' sole purpose being to spread the do what thou wilt agenda. In the interview, he states, the whole Beatles idea was to do what you want, right? To take your own responsibility, to do what you want and try not to harm other people, right? Do what thou wilt, as long as it doesn't hurt nobody. Clearly, John Lennon openly admitted to the world why the group was formed. John Lennon clearly was a follower of the self-proclaimed beast, and we can see that he was a Satanist who sold his soul to the devil. This is why John was seen mocking Jesus Christ. John Lennon famously said that the Beatles were more famous than Jesus. He said rock and roll will replace Christianity. In an article, he stated, Christianity will go, will vanish and shrink. I needn't argue about that. I'm right, and I will be proved right. We're more popular than Jesus now. I don't know which will go first, rock and roll or Christianity. Jesus was alright, but his disciples were thick and ordinary. Just like Aleister Crowley, it appears that Lennon had something against Jesus. He felt that his band would replace Jesus and be worshipped more than him, taking his place. This is what Crowley and Thelma teaches the followers of OTO, how to be their own gods while performing pagan rituals for the fallen ones. Crowley wanted to replace Christianity with paganism and his pagan religion, OTO. He wanted to replace God's commandments with one simple rule, do what thou wilt, as instructed by the fallen angels. This is why we have seen so many TV shows and movies that mock Jesus Christ, as the Masons have been trying to replace Jesus with Lucifer and establish the New World Order. The Beatles were also known friends with Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile was a famous TV host and DJ in the UK. He was also a known monster who was allowed to prey on children. It is speculated that Jimmy had over 450 victims. Jimmy and the Beatles used to hang out and party together, and it is believed that much of the evil that Jimmy did took place in those parties that he would host. It comes as no surprise that Jimmy was also a follower of Aleister Crowley and the OTO movement. Just like Crowley, Jimmy would use these young lives for his ritual magic, and because of his connections, wouldn't get caught until it was too late. If you guys would like to see a full video on Jimmy Savile, comment Jimmy below. If 700 people comment Jimmy, I'll make sure to make a full video about him. We can see that the Beatles might have been into the same things as Jimmy Savile and Aleister Crowley, as they were all magicians who practiced black magic and performed satanic rituals. We can see the Beatles showing this very thing with this photo. This photo of the Beatles to me says it all. It clearly shows that just like Crowley and Savile, the Beatles also preyed on the young. The photo seems to show the Beatles holding a baby doll with its head missing while body organs seem to be laying on their laps. It doesn't take too much to see what they were trying to imply. In my opinion, the Beatles were created just to further Crowley's teaching. They were used to spread Crowley's message to their hundreds of millions of fans. The Beatles brought in a new age, an age that Crowley worked so hard to establish. The Beatles' music played a large role in the hippie movement. The hippie movement was the beginning of the new age Crowley was talking about. The hippie movement was heavily focused on doing what thou wilt and taking as many different substances as possible. This very same model we see in the music industry to this day. The Guardian publication could be seen praising Crowley for his contribution to pop culture and the new age religion. Just like many Mason-owned media companies, the Guardian credits Crowley for ending Christianity and replacing it with OTO and do what thou wilt. They stated in their own article, "There is no law beyond do what thou wilt. Every man and woman is a star. The word of sin is restriction." For some, these three short epigrams hurdled the end of Christianity and the dawn of a new age. They certainly provided generations of beats, hipsters, hippies, punks, and ravers, whether they know it or not, with a manifesto of sorts. The Guardian openly proclaims Crowley as a prophet who brought in the new age. The Beatles continued Crowley's work and helped establish the new age that eventually led to the new world, which I believe is the times that we're currently living in. The Beatles were one of the Masonic agenda's most important puppets. They were used to demoralize the masses as they led them to the new order of the Aeon. We must remember what is at stake. They want to guide us to a burning end. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching this episode of The Truth Is. If you would like to further support the channel, join me on Patreon, the link would be in the description. If you join before the 28th of this month, you could be entered to this month's monthly raffle, where you can win a shirt, a cash prize, and even pick a video topic. Also, please leave a comment below on your thoughts on this video and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you like this video, please hit the like button, as this helps other people find these videos. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified of future videos. Please follow me on Instagram at TheTruthIs01 and on TikTok at TheTruthIs. I will gladly appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.